with their saws ready to go. And they worked pretty much until it got dark. Now in the winter, of course, they didn't work quite as long. And then they came in after work on Saturday. So your dad would get home late at night on Saturday, and he'd leave early after supper on Sunday. It's the only time he saw him. The only day they didn't work was Sunday. In fact, when I was growing up, can you believe, there were no stores open on Sunday in Escanaba or anywhere else. That was family day. There were no sporting events. There was nothing going on at all, even when I was your age, going to school in Escanaba. Well, another thing that people came to the Upper Peninsula for was iron ore. And we happened to be right in the right place because Iron Mountain, Iron River, Ironwood, they're all named, start with iron, because there was tons of iron there. We're still getting iron pellets down that come in on for the ore boats. That made the UP really grow. And besides that, that brought a lot more people. The town was growing. There were people moving into town practically every day. And the town kept getting bigger and bigger. So, they were rather smart. Sometimes I think the people just a few years weren't quite as smart, because now we have a few places, streets and things that are not named by a number. So, very beginning, for about the first 10, 15 years, they named the streets by a name. Now, if I go to Chicago, which I like both now and then, and if I haven't been there and I don't have a map, I'm here in my car right in the middle of downtown Chicago, and if I'm supposed to find an address over where someone lives that I want to visit on, let's say, Harriet Street. Harriet Street might be 1 block away, and across Chicago is about 50 miles. It might be 40, 50 miles away from there. So in Escanaba, they said, we're not going to name the streets after a few years. My street was 3rd Street, which of course is one of the first ones. First, second, 3rd Street. There's a thing on my sidewalk, Silver Avenue. So anyway, they set these up. And in about 1928, just before I was born, they took off the names of the streets, and they said, we're going to make this easy for anybody that comes to Escanaba to find a place, even if they come here. Somebody can explain 2 little things to them, and you should be able to find any address in Escanaba, except some of the new ones that they got goofy on and put other names on. So, right now, you would know how to find an address if you can follow me. They started down at the lake, 1st Street. Obviously, it's 1. When they came to the next street, it was 2. The next one, 3. Next one, 4. The last one, when I was about your age, was 14. Now we're up to 32 or 36. So, Ludington Street. Mr. Ludington said that's going to be the downtown. That's going to sort of divide the north town from the south town. And that street is going to be very wide. You know, the street is very much bigger than any other street. And that's where all the stores were originally. So, if you go up Ludington Street from the end, and you turn to your left, right, it's North Street, North First, this side south. So if it's 300 south, it's 3 blocks over on that street. And then the avenues did exactly the opposite. They cut them across, started in the middle, and set it up. Well, the iron came down, and so we needed ore docks. At one time, even during my time and after, there were 4 huge ore docks where there's now a sort of a flat dock. Because they used to have big chunks of ore. Now we have this little pellets, the ore ran out.